All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please do subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Make una go. Let Igbos go. All the pipelines from Igbo land, their small cup of oil that they produce, the pipeline, we cut it off. Give them their own. No problem. We give them their own. Let them go. Let the Igbos go. No problem. There will be no way Alaba market, Ladipo market, computer market. No, all those things will no longer be there. Let the Igbos go. Let the Igbos go. Please, President Bola Tinubu, I am going to write, I am going to collect signatories of over 1 million people all over Nigeria. We are going to send it to the National Assembly. We will march to the National Assembly. Demand that the National Assembly should allow the Igbos go. What is it right here now? Nobody won't go. All of a sudden, I say, make on go, say, I hatred. What is hatred? You want to go? Let the Igbos go. I will collect 1 million. Mark this thing. I will collect 1 million signatures. 1 million signatures. I will march to the National Assembly. I too big for Igbo people. I too big for Noyema. I too big for now. Who wanna be? Let the Igbos go.
Accept Biafran self-referendum to avoid the inevitable historic shame. Mazamaneba wants Nigerian authorities. That's what is happening now. Yes, the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile has urged the Nigerian government to accept the result of self-referendum for Biafra liberation. Oh yes, Mazamaneba made a statement on Thursday to his official handle, where his comments come as over 50 million Biafra voted in support of Biafra self-rule in a poll conducted by the Biafran Republic government in exile. Now, Mazamanekpa noted that the massive voting by Biafrans for liberation was due to age-long marginalization by the Nigerian government. Yes, he stressed that Nigeria should embrace the decision of Biafrans to self-rule. In his statement, quote, the Biafra government is calling on Nigeria to honorably accept the self-referendum result for Biafra. Nigeria must accept Biafra's self-referendum to avoid inevitable historic shame. The Biafra referendum question was not confusing, and Biafrans are happy. The Biafra self-referendum question is: do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to re-establish the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra, USB? And over 50 million answered yes as of today, 29th August 2024. The panic from the first state is as a result of the shock from the massive voting. End of quote. Now you have seen a statement of the Biafran Prime Minister of the government in exile he made on Thursday regarding the Biafran self-referendum exercise. 50 million participated and they said yes to it. Yes to it. They said yes to Biafra self-rule. Now I've seen the question put forward. It says, quote, do you approve this proposed declaration of the restoration of the independent state of Biafra to re-establish the lost sovereign nation of Biafra from Nigeria, which will be called the United States of Biafra. End of quote. This is the statement posed to the people, and they all answered in affirmation and said, yes, we approve. We approve the declaration to re-establish the lost sovereign nation of Biafra. Wonderful, wonderful. Self-referendum was conducted, of course, it's been long. This referendum, the exercise has started and continued. Okay? And now we are seeing 50 million saying yes. And the Biafran Prime Minister of government in exile says, look, the government must accept this. The illegitimate government must accept this because they have no option than to accept it. Oh yes, otherwise the shame that will accompany them will be unimaginable. Oh yes, of course, Master said it. He said, to avoid inevitable historic shame that will befall them, they have to accept this. This thing is very important, momentous. But look, paramount indeed, they must accept because it's the shame that will accompany their refusal. The refusal of this referendum, the shame that will accompany it will be inevitable and dire. It will be calamitous. Oh yes. So they have to accept it. It has been conducted since they failed to do it, to invite United Nations to come and do it. Now the Biafrans have conducted it by themselves. That is why it's called self-referendum. Self-referendum. Okay? Oh yes. So that is where we are at the moment. At the moment, they have to accept it in good faith. Okay? Yes. They have to accept it in good faith. Otherwise, what will come? They have to accept this and call for the Biafran authorities. Oh yes. Look, this issue of agitation for Biafran referendum, as we are not talking about referendum again, we are talking about the Biafran declaration, because the referendum has been conducted. That's self-referendum. Initially, all the while, it has been referendum. For Nnamdi Kanu, yes, trying to prevail on them, the authorities of the legitimate system. So look, conduct this referendum. Invite United Nations and the appropriate authorities to conduct this referendum. Let us see. Let us see. Is it something difficult? You will be there, it will be transparent. And people will say, oh, this is where they want to belong. This is where they want to stay. If at the end of the day, all the whole people, the majority say, oh, we want to remain in this contraption. We want to remain in this failed state. We want to remain in this Zulu Republic. Okay? Where suffering and gnashing of teeth is the order of the day. Okay? If they so voted, so be it. The people will be allowed to stay. And if you hear anybody talk about Biafra again, you have the right to chase that person away, to do whatever you like to the person. Because the Biafrans have decided that they don't want to belong to Biafra. They want to remain in Nigeria, right? So it will be transparent. And if they said, oh, no, they want to be in Biafra, they want the restoration of Biafra, they want the re-establishment of the sovereign nation of Biafra, now you have no option than to allow them to be. Yes. Any attempt to do otherwise is you are causing anarchy and chaos. Now, for years, donkey years, they refuse to carry out this referendum. People are yearning for it. I say, come, give us this referendum, let us vote. Let us express ourselves. This is democracy, right? They refused. Now, the Biafrans has conducted self-referendum. And the result is transparent. They have shown over 50 million voted in affirmation for Biafran restoration and re-establishment. Okay? Now, what is expected of this government is to allow the Supreme Court to lie. Yes. Call for the protocols. Okay? Yes. The process of allowing these people to go. That's what they're supposed to start now. In the normal circumstance, they have to start the process of allowing the Biafrans to go. So any attempt to say otherwise, to say nay, to sit tight, and do headstrong, so because you have the army, because you have the military, that's it. it will be disastrous. The shame, of course, the leader of the Maz, Sabonepa, the Biafran Prime Minister of government in exile, have said it. Look, say it will be the shame inevitable and historic. It will befall on them. Okay? Oh, yes. So, why we are saying all this is because we know that they are stubborn people. Yes. What the United Kingdom did for Brexit, is it difficult? Is it a bad thing and UK did it? Since you are following the United Kingdom's instructions, so why can't you listen to follow their own system, the way they are doing things for themselves, for peace to reign in their country, for development, for progress, for prosperity of their country? Said Brexit, okay, let's go into referendum. Let's go and see. The government will not determine it. It's the masses, citizens, that will say, oh, we want to stay in the EU or want to stay on our own. And they conducted the referendum. Of course. And the British and the people of the UK, they said, oh, we want to exit. It's the polls or the referendum, as the case may be, revealed that majority of the people in the United Kingdom, the citizens, said that they want to leave the EU. And that is the point. And today, nobody is being disturbed. It's not an issue again. The matter was led to rest in that regard. But here, there's become an issue that people conduct a referendum. Assuming the Biafrans, the agitators are saying, we must go, we must go, we must go. Allow us to go, we want to go. And now they want to carry the people who doesn't want to leave to follow them and join the Biafra. It would have been a different ballgame altogether. But in this case, they said, come and ask them through the normal process, that is voting, of course.